This is 26-year-old Jordan De Goey in a Bali nightclub during his team's mid-season bye. The AFL star drinking, partying and making crude gestures.
I'm staggered the club let him go. It's the stupidest decision I've ever seen a football club make. Whatever happens from here, Collingwood, it's on you.
You don't hold your players' hands like they're preschool kids. Yeah, you've got to treat them like adults when they are adults.
That's entitled behaviour that's not acceptable in any way, shape or form.
It's not the first time De Goey has been in hot water. Late last year, he pleaded guilty to harassment after a booze-fuelled night in New York.
He's had more chances than you can poke a stick at.
I think it's really inappropriate.
You have to have the background of what this guy has done, and I don't think it's acceptable to behave like that in 2022.
This time round, though, he has some supporters, including one of the women in the Bali videos.
I can't believe the backlash towards Geordie and myself over here in Bali. Nothing to see here.
Let's be honest, this is a perfect storm for media. Players on a break so they can go and do whatever they like. But I think, potentially leave your phone in your hotel room and just be responsible.
I think it's perfectly acceptable. They're on a mid-season break. He's got 2 weeks off. Let your hair down.
Yesterday, De Goey claimed he was the victim.
I want to openly address the relentless pursuit and persecution of athletes by the media to create an uneducated, biased and ill-informed narrative that has gone too far. This will end in tragedy if no one speaks up. Enough is enough.
The media 100% has a role to play and a job to do. And to that end, they're there to report news. It's news when a highly profiled person gets caught on social media. Hello.
I think they're being way too harsh on it.
The media has acted appropriately.
Professional football, you should have some responsibility, shouldn't you?
The footy star's playing future set to be decided in a face-to-face meeting with Collingwood officials tomorrow.
When he's at his best, he's in the top echelon of AFL players in the competition, and most teams would want to keep him.
My favourite thing about this is he's kind of the hashtag enough is enough. He's kind of co-opting like Me Too-esque language. Like we need to fight for the rights for AFL players to go to Bali mid-season and get on the piss and film it and have zero consequences.
And we are the victims.
Hashtag justice. Hashtag bintang.
I get that this guy's got some form, right? And clearly there's a whole backstory there. But it seems, it's only this week that we were talking about Bailey Smith as well. These are young guys in their 20s. Of course, they have, amazing amounts of money and all the rest of it. But it seems like the conversation, the level of outrage seems a little disproportionate to what's actually going on. Of course,
yes and no. I would say that there's, people love a media beat up and they want to do what sells newspapers or clickbait and that kind of thing. But at the same time, these guys are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, they've been locked up with COVID where they haven't been able to leave, and so going to Bali as opposed to another state where they're not going to be recognised is great. But they have a responsibility to the young children and fans and that. And if you want to go out and party and have a great time, do that, but leave your phone at home, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Just don't film it.
Yeah.
I was in two minds because I think Jordan, part of what makes his situation a bit different is because he has this thing that happened in New York last year where he got into a scuffle in New York when he was drinking, apparently. And I was like, oh, that does change the context. But then I looked into that story and apparently that happened because people were stealing his drinks. So now I'm on Jordan's side and maybe they deserve to be punched. I don't know.
I just think we've been very anti-phones this show, and I just wanted to say I really love phones, and actually I miss my phone because I left it in an Uber last night. So that's all I'd like to say to that.
Hashtag please help
Please
Sophie.
return my phone.
Susie,
Thank you.
Enough is enough, OK? Enough is enough.
I'm praying for you, Susie. It must be so hard to be without your phone
Thank you
for
so
less
much,
than 24
Tom.
hours.
Thank you for your prayers.